Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. It's the morning episode, that means it's Leader Plus time. Right? And we move the counter forward and we play on the forest. Let's get it. Hell yeah. Sound might be off, I think. I don't know. I feel this way like at least 5 times a week where I go, is the sound wrong today? It's probably fine. Or maybe it's a little quiet. Who knows? You'll have to let me know. Or maybe there's going to be no sound because we'll spend all of eternity. There we go. How you doing today? How's it going? Hopefully well. I, too, am doing alright. I got not a whole lot for you today, as is often the case. It is... What's today? Wednesday? I think it's Thursday for you. Thursday morning. Hoping you're having a good one out there. What's up out there, party people? Party people? What do radio DJs say? Like, what's the standard sentence for a radio DJ to say when beginning their segment? I wonder. Although I imagine they have to say things a lot of the time, like multiple times. This game's definitely quiet. Let me give me one moment here. Let me turn it on up. Oh yeah, it's definitely dropped a few points. Although I feel like if I turn it up to this level, we're gonna get like the Purificate event or something, and then it's just gonna deafen me. That's alright. If that happens, we'll turn it down. But no, it's a nice Wednesday afternoon for me, 4 p.m. Recording these later and later every day, despite not changing when I wake up. I don't really know what happened to the last hour. I decided I would eat first today. Ooh, higher and honey drink, huh? Give it a shot. I decided I would eat first today instead of recording an episode and then eating. And then I was like, I'll watch a little bit of Twitch too. And now it's... Oh my god, This run is not off to a good start, I don't feel like. Let me tell you something. I don't have high hopes for this run. We got a Squire that this is just a dead card because I cannot afford this whatsoever. Giving up 5 pop. I mean, I guess he's a 540? Maybe not. The problem is higher is just giving me a bunch of stuff I cannot play. Wandering Knight should do well though, in theory. But yeah, it's Wednesday, Thursday for you, hanging in there. Hope you're doing the same. I meant to get water before I started this. I'm trying to just go back to drinking a ton of water, because there was a period where I was just drinking a lot of water, but I forgot to grab some more water, unfortunately. My water bottle is empty. I'm just gonna like set an arbitrary goal. Hey, nurse. That's pretty cool. Pay 100 gold for nurse. Delivery. This is a great time to take delivery to see if it actually does well in a non-infinite context. Right, so right now it's worth not very much. However, soon it will be worth maybe a lot. We shall see. But yeah, it's just your average day in quarantine, you know me. Hanging tight, hopefully you're doing as well. Not much to do. I did not stream yesterday, actually. I had a bit of a headache, so I took the night off, and I just sat down and did a lot of... I moved on from the HTML section of the HTML course I'm doing, because I think like CSS is not for me. I gotta be honest with you. After spending some time with it, I'm ready to say with certainty I'm not a big fan of CSS. HTML is not so bad, it's just tagging content, but doing the design aspect of CSS is it's very hard, and I'm bad at it. So I moved on to the JavaScript section of the course I'm doing, and just went through most of the, and by most of I mean I just burned through like all of the JavaScript. last night. It was pretty surprising because it went from... Nah. I need to remove stuff here. We gotta get down to a reasonable number of cards in this deck. The JavaScript, it started out, you know, pretty straightforward, pretty average, like coding stuff. Here's how you create variables, here's arrays, you know, if you've ever coded, you probably have gone through the basic steps that I went through last night. But then it got into some shit real fast. Like by the end of the basic JavaScript tutorial, they were like, all right, and now code a recursive array. And I went, wait a minute. This is like, the end of this program is stuff that I learned in like CIS 250, which is like a fucking sophomore level course. And you're putting this in the beginner section? That's wild. I was very shocked to run into that. However, you know, it was towards the end of the night I was starting to feel a little bit of a like, ah man, I feel my brain turning to mush because I've just been doing coding for the last like 12 hours. A good economy card here. Bargain's fine. We're not in a good spot. I broke my own rule. As I often do, I decided to try taking multiple cards that don't contribute anything to the deck from the first shop, and now I have no money, my economy is doomed, and oh, what a surprise. I'm losing. Who would have seen this coming? I didn't take population. This is a great look at what not to do, I gotta say. You can just throw the squire out here. If he dies, he dies. Just snap picked money there, because I'm pretty sure that if I don't get money, we're gonna die. If delivery pulls me out of this one, like, what the hell? This card's nuts, right? We're in the classic hire problem, right? I hire and then go, wait, I have no money. Huh. I can't play these golden archers that I'm hiring. Hey, maybe. I think I need to take Barn. We need money. I don't have high hopes, but, you know, maybe if delivery gets me out of this, the card's nuts. Right, there's no doubt in my mind, if delivery gets me out of this, it's nuts. However, I don't think there's any getting out of this. Like, this is a trash run. Yeah, I realized my out there like half a second too slowly. Yeah, alright. So, what did we learn from this? Don't have too much fun on the first wave. As I've been preaching and preaching, this is just an example for you. Of course, I made this mistake for your benefit, not because I made a mistake. No, I had to prove a point. And the point is you can never ever take multiple cards like that from your first shop. You can take one military card or one skill card, and everything else has to help the economy. Fun does not help the economy. Unless you're doing some sort of a fun-based tourism business, like... What's the first tourism business that comes to mind to me? Oh, you know, a water park. Why does that make any sense? It probably doesn't. What is a business that thrives on tourism? Like, I guess Disney World's like amusement parks? Maybe like an amusement park, or I don't know, when you go to somewhere like Italy, what do you go to see? Like, I guess the monuments? I don't really, what kind of a business is a business that just shows off monuments though? What is that called? I guess it's just called tourism. It's like, what the hell? If you live in Italy, you're probably not going to see the... Oh, hey, honey, what do you want to do today? Oh, I don't know. How about we go see the Colosseum for the 1500th time? And it's like, oh, yeah. I can't wait to go see the Colosseum again. I've been thinking, man, it's been days since our last visit to the Colosseum. No, I don't think this is a scenario that occurs. I think it's probably more like, hey, what do you want to do today? I don't know. Stay inside because of the pandemic. And it was like, oh yeah. And it would take labor. Could take rough work. I'll take rough work because I haven't taken rough work in like 200 episodes. I know there aren't 200 episodes of this series, exactly. I took rough work like once or twice when I was playing the game for the first time, and someone went, yeah, it's the greatest value for your money. It makes you tons of money, and I went, okay. And then I went, wait, I fucking hate this. Sorry, I had to focus there and to get in the zone, if you will. Rough work should count as a labor. I'm saying. The hell? Oh, you know. Oh no, it's of course it is the afternoon in the countryside, so you're prone to hear strange noises like someone hauling their tractor down the road. Like their big ass industrial tractor heading down the road. I wonder where he's going. We have 167. If only my clicking was a little better. Oh, you do make a lot of money off of that card. I know people, they actually had to put in a patch for this. People used to use rough work with an auto clicker because there was no cap to how many clicks per second it would register. And you could just get like, you know, in 6 seconds at 20 clicks per second, or like, you know, 100 clicks per second, or however many you set your auto clicker to, right? What is that? It's like, say 100 clicks per second, you get 600 clicks. That's just a casual 1200 gold. That's pretty high value. Keep removal here. But no, I don't take this card very much because I prefer my hands intact. I only do this sort of thing for the attacks. Also, I think the only way you can get Shield Rat on these runs is through that event. Or like the Advisor, right? I don't think I've ever bought Shield Rat or Crossbow Rat. I wonder if that's intended or if that's a bug, because it feels to me like getting... Like, the only thing that I really need for these runs to be a little more diverse is cards from the base set. However, perhaps the Shield Rat is being moved to another character's card set. Oh boy, we got Fletcher Labor. Because I'm really starting to feel like all of these runs are the same, but it's like, what the hell am I supposed to do? There's nothing I can do. It's just, you get your choice. You take your choice. You want service or you want labor for your front line. And you're always taking Fletcher. You got for me silver, change, in, cheese market, wall, bankruptcy. I think that's every card. Barn. Could take a random. I'll take the barn. Wait, like normal set cards are not removed because there's no diamond on a card like cheese market. I wonder if it's just weighted in such a way. Maybe it's just a card weight. I don't know. How would I play that mercenary? We're gonna play rough work, but we're gonna play it casually. I'm just gonna. You know, we're not gonna click super fast. We're just gonna click casually. Is it really worth it? You know, I'm not really sure if it's worth it. To be honest with you, I'm not sold on the worth of this rough work. I don't think it's. I mean, I don't really like it. Give it a mercenary here. Yeah, nice casual day. It's super windy out today, and also it's supposed to snow later this week, according to the news, which I'm gonna have to say I don't think is really gonna happen, but who knows? Maybe it'll just snow a little bit. It's getting real cold here in the coming days. The other thing is that noise when you play rough work, man. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. Just upgrade labor. Get that early up. What was the other option? It was territory expansion. Yeah, upgrade labor. It's ridiculous. The weather here is getting a little rowdy with the snow. I don't really mind because, you know, snow in the middle of May. Look at these clicks. Who is this guy? Snow in the middle of May? Who cares? Like, honestly, who cares? But you know it's gonna go away as soon as it lands. It's just, it reminds me of when I was doing some delivery. As I've said before, you know, meta commentary. Talking about the weather, right? Like, classic. What's there to talk about? Well, talk about the weather, dude. Everyone experiences the weather. And you can say crazy shit. What are they gonna do? Say, no way, I don't believe you? You're full of shit, you piece of shit liar? No, no one has said that to me yet. However, if you would like to be the first, feel free to leave me a comment. No way, I don't believe you. You're full of shit, you piece of shit liar. To which I will say, alright, you got me. But no, like, it's actually supposed to snow. I like, when I was delivering pizzas though, I always talk about the weather. Casually told this dude in the middle of May, yeah, I heard it was gonna snow. Yeah, I heard it was gonna snow a little later in the week. And he went, what? It's like May 15th. And I'm like, yeah, I know, right? I didn't hear it was gonna snow later in the week. If you're listening, dude, I got you. Oh, I got you so good. But there was a moment where he was like, ooh, snow. I'm not gonna buy Brotherhood here. You need money for Brotherhood, we don't have money. Try it though, if you're ever in an awkward conversation, you don't know what to say, you're bad at small talk, you can't hear over the sound of me clicking out rough work 1,000,000 times per second, give it a shot. You'll be surprised. Like, you got a family reunion and you gotta talk to your aunt who you don't really have anything in common with, but I want to be polite, don't want to be like, hey, sorry, but I don't give a fuck about what you gotta say. This is not me, by the way. I do actually quite enjoy talking to my family for the short amount of time that we get to spend together every year. But, you know, got nothing better to talk about? Hey, how's the weather been where you guys are? You got any crazy weather? Trust me, it's a classic. I've talked about the weather before. I've talked about talking about the weather before. So now we move on to, now that I've talked about talking about the weather, I can now talk about how I talk about the weather in these videos because I'm filling time. I'm waiting for something exciting or interesting to happen. So, yeah, you guys want to talk about talking about the weather next? And then, you know, we go up on the ladder forever. Pretty sure I've even gone down this exact line of reasoning with talking about. You get the idea. The point is, it's nice. Today, I have my window closed because it is very windy out though, and I do not wish to hit you with the wind. The backline got ruined there. Oh, buddy. It's nice out. Hopefully you as well are experiencing nice weather. Go for Dame. I think that since this run doesn't have an economy though, I want to just... We don't have an economy, but we are slowly built. Oh my god, the floods. That's unfortunate. We're slowly building up our money. I should not have played that. That is what I was gonna say. Before we got hit with this flood. And now I've lost all my money. But no, I feel this run was feeling like it was going to be a slowly build up a big stockpile, which is something that you can do as the merchant. You just kind of slowly get there. We'll get there still. It's not the end of the world. Nice. With that flood, I just wanted to land one golden arrow from that wave to really cement it as a good wave. And it was a good wave. Messenger card upgrade on Fletcher probably. And this is probably the last, unless I have something really important to upgrade from here on, we're just gonna take territory expansions. I almost feel like taking territory expansion as your one of your first picks is good. I'm not certain, but it doesn't feel bad. Anyway. And these Leader Plus runs, they are, as I've been saying, right, they're starting to feel a little samey. I'm not gonna stop playing them because I still enjoy them a lot. It's a nice little shift in normality. Passion. This is gonna give me like, there's no way this is good. Refresh. This stuff's all mediocre. Mobile, what the hell? What in the heck? No. Noble, more like noble. Am I right, fellas? Hey, Anyway, I enjoy the change, like the leader plus mode. You guys, first of all, you guys seem to like it. Right, I keep my eyes on the views. These videos are popping off pretty well compared to normal numbers. And as a result, I am going to keep playing Leader Plus because A, very clearly it is enjoyed, and B, dude, I like playing these runs. I like having what feels like a very different run no matter what, right? Because I'm playing with cards that I would not otherwise have. I need houses. Which is cool. Oh, I'm happy to play Leader Plus. And then, like I've said, my plan is to just switch into Leader Plus basically full-time. Once it releases, I'll probably be playing nothing but Leader Plus. I don't really see a reason to play the normal. Like, maybe every couple of runs, I'll throw in a normal mode run just to spice it up. I'm actually not going to hold on to these. There's no reason to. And you have extra... Oh, you have card donation. Is there even anything to donate here? I could send them Potter. I'm going to send them Potter. I have no... Like, Potter is most of my economy, but there's also, like, nothing for me to play right now. You see, I'm just sitting here playing. I'm at population cap, and there is no card for me to play. And also, I actually get to make 20 gold per wave now from Gather, because there's no reason to hold on to Gather. Crazy. And we can look for... Oh, Potter. Well, when you put it like that, when you pot it like that... I hope we're against the Shaman. We haven't gone against the Shaman in, like, what feels like a week at least. But these runs, they do kind of all run together. So, you know, we'll see. I could be clicking to start this wave, right? It almost feels like it's right to just start. It is the Shaman, hell yeah. And we're at a pretty solid position of 5, 5, 5 with 2 shield rats mixed in, 1 shield rat mixed in. We're looking alright here, I'd say. These guys, especially with the upgrades too, they're pretty strong. Obviously you want something to heal, drugstore would be good, nurse, any sort of healing option will be greatly appreciated. Waiting to see where the next wave comes to put down units. Noble, two quests. Otherwise we're just gonna take whatever, right? It's not like there's a whole lot to do here. Yeah, you can also delay the draw of your golden arrows. You see that? Another little bit of tech for you with Fletcher. If you want to play a Fletcher between waves and you don't want to waste the golden arrows, you can do it like that, as it turns out. Let's see if I can illustrate this again. So you just play Fletcher and then you redraw. I think you have to play him in sequence with another card. Right? That seems like it may be important. I will test that now. House, a restaurant, and a barn. Or... So I believe if you play Fletcher as like a lone card, we got 667, we got 657. I believe if you just play him alone and then redraw, yeah. So you play him in sequence like you do with other cards, and it delays the animation, essentially. There's a little bit of tech for you. I don't think I'm going to remove anything here. Although I could remove Gather. Could also see what happens if you remove cards, but not. So similar to how you have to play cards in sequence for Assistance and Forge, you have to play a card in sequence for this trick I'm about to show you here. And I will just be showing it again to illustrate. You just play Grain, and then you throw your Fletcher out in the middle of nowhere and hit redraw and waste your money. And it's just that easy. 7, 7, 7. I'm gonna get to 7, 7, 7 on this side. The golden arrows on these waves, they're gonna one-shot. Oh wow, you can actually use them to kill off the harpoon dudes. I didn't know that. This map, on the forest, I really don't know these enemies very well. Which I should, right? It's just the ranged unit, the shaman, and the projectile defense guy who will show up probably in 2 waves. I don't think he shows up on this wave, but I think he shows up on this wave. So if we use this in practically here, we go ahead and we just hit redraw right there. and then I'll get 2 arrows. Or not? I'm an idiot. I don't think I played Fletcher there. Or maybe I just don't know anything. Let's try this again. There it is. I figured it out. And we just hit him with a few arrows. Look at that, the boss is almost dead. You get the idea, right? You understand how it works, hopefully? I get the idea. 9, 8, 8. We need to put some stuff on this side, but I also need to have some lasers going. And you know, this isn't a run where anything particularly exciting is happening, right? We're playing with the exact same 5 cards that I always play with on Leader Plus in the early game, waiting for our mid to late game plan. Oh, Sentry. Golden Archer? No way. I have no money for that. Library isn't bad, but it takes my hand size up to 7 when I only have 5 cards. And I'm not going to take Sentry there. So yeah, now you can say you learned something from this video. When will it be useful? I mean, it's mostly just useful for playing out Golden Archers between waves. Now here's a chance for delivery to show itself. But you could also do it maybe with Bankruptcy. Nah, I don't think so. Here's your chance to have delivery pop off in a context not like the other context, right? Where I just had something that was infinite popping off for me. This is delivery's time to shine while we just chill here. Like really though, the thing about Fletcher is he has faster attack speed than Slinger, I'm pretty sure. And does comparable damage to, I mean he does more damage, right? This card is insane. Because look at this, normally where we would have only 10 guards, we have 18 backline units that are just crushing it here. Fletcher, if it wasn't for Brotherhood, I would probably say that Fletcher, well, I think Fletcher's the strongest unit in this set without a doubt, and I think Brotherhood's the strongest service unit. I think is how I phrased it. I should remove something, right, with my Monastery. Maybe Grain, but then my Laborers are going to be a little sad. I don't know. I want to be able to draw all of my cards every time. Yeah, look at that. Like, look at the volley we got coming out from 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10 seems to be a good enough number. To me. Oh no, I feel like... I almost feel like Leader Plus could use a difficulty increase? I don't know though. But I feel like it would be interesting. I kind of feel like 30 waves, you don't really hit the upper end of what you need to be doing. Which is what Nightmare Mode is for, of course, but then Nightmare Mode is 120 waves. Which is a lot of time. It almost feels like you should be going up to like 60 waves or something like that, but even then, these runs would get to be too long. In terms of length, I think the game is fine, actually. As I think about what I'm talking about here, I'm like, oh wait a minute, do I really want to commit myself to doing like hour-and-a-half long runs to get to wave 60? Maybe not. Maybe actually I don't want that. I'm happy with 30 waves. I don't know, I don't really know how you would change the pacing of this game up. I think it's fine, actually. What do I remove here? That's the great question. I think nothing. I think I'm just gonna take money. Delivery, by the way, if you're keeping track, it's at 458 now. It definitely stacks up slower than the overturn setup, but who's surprised by that? Funding. Each ongoing labor effect plus 40 gold. That's a pretty cool card. Honey Drink you can pick just for healing your units, actually. I think I will. Yeah, I'm complaining I need something. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying I need something to heal with. I should take Honey Drink for my units, because this doesn't just work on service units, it heals everyone. And healing laborers is good, as they are getting quite beefy. No, we are. I think this boss is one of the easier bosses in the game. Especially since he just sits there and thrusts for a while. And he doesn't give them health or survivability. And I think he does he even have AoE? I think he just hits a single unit. He's not very scary. Especially if he only hits my shield boys here. Yeah, pretty easy peasy. No surprise here that that guy wasn't tough. He only killed one shield rat. Thanks to a little honey drink action, I gotta say. Alright, so if we spam the redraws here, here's the play for you. We throw down the upgrade, although we throw down the upgrade on delivery. We spam the redraws enough times that delivery becomes 11, 11, 11. We want more stuff on this side. That was the time to hit the spacebar. With the upgrade to delivery, what I'm going to do is we're going to play out some cards first. We're going to let this jewel carry me through this section here. We got all of the population from finishing wave 20. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna heal our boys up. We're gonna get ourselves a little bit tankier on our left side. Don't neglect it. We're going to set up properly here. The spacebar. You can see where I'm going with this one, right? We've reached the point. I think delivery hits about 1,000. You get about 2,000 in the bank. All of a sudden, delivery is gonna cash in all of the money you need. So if you were thinking on that last one, oh yeah, delivery, sure. Well, it works great when you got an infinite. Well, it also works great every other time. Maybe not every other time, but you know the idea. You get the point. Now we haven't necessarily won yet. We do need a little more oomph, if you will, on our DPS. Although on this map it's less important, I would say. Closing in on needing to cash in, by the way. Gold tower. Ooh, hey, this is fun. I was just talking about this in the comments of one of the videos a few days ago about Golden Tower. It's a fine win condition if you don't have a better, like if you don't have a better choice. It seems fine to me. And you know, right now we don't have a better choice. Go one engineer advisor. I may want to continue expanding. So, you know, it's like, oh, gold tower with only 600 gold, but wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the golden phone, if you will. To 15. So what I'm thinking here is this thing's going to be doing enough. 2% of 100,000 is... let's see here. Here I go doing math again. Oh god, why'd I put myself in this position? What is 2% of 100,000? Well, 1%, so it's 2,000 damage. Yeah, it's basically going to be doing it. It's going to do, let's say, conservative estimate, let's say it's going to do 1,500, because it's going to cost a little money. Also, fishing. The jewel now. So we are basically just waiting. I want to duplicate this somehow. Right? While I'm gonna wait for that a little bit. Try and get that. And we're gonna not spend too much money. I'm probably going to mostly put it on the... Probably leaning towards putting it on the left side. I mean, if it's doing 2,000 gold per... Let's try doing this. No, there's no reason to do that. I was thinking just stack the whole army up, but no. Maybe not. I would love another gold tower. Could just do 20,000 damage to a single unit with Bride. What do you think about that? What I'm gonna do actually is we're just gonna spend the redraw. Like, this should one-shot this boss, I think? Yeah. Yeah, that's decent. Now it does cost as much damage as it does. Ah, cool. Second gold tower. Alright. The golden towers are in position. We did it, boys. So, as you can see, my money is tanking. However, that's what the delivery is for. Is the monastery ready? I do. Upgrade one card. We will upgrade gather, so I draw all of my cards. then what do you get? Public Bath, Golden Company. Doesn't really matter what I take here. Right, if I had I don't really want to take a territory expansion because I don't want to wave time down or something similar because we'd have to place the wall. Plus we got these gold towers. Basically between waves I just need to deliver up enough money. Which shouldn't be too hard, all things considered. I just sit here and mash spacebar. Oh yeah, also we can pop our hero power every 60 seconds to give me a lot of money. By the way, if you can't tell, I think delivery is a really good card. I think that it's a very strong economic choice. Any economic choice that has the potential to give you capped gold is really good. And since delivery stacks on top of itself like that, like look at that, we got another 10,000 gold ready to roll now. I'm gonna throw some more units down just to have nice even numbers. You know me, I like that. I mean shit, it's dropping to a point where it's doing like 1,000 gold or 1,000 damage and I'm like, ooh, is this still enough damage? Yeah, no shit, it's still enough damage. These enemies only have like 100 health. 1,000 damage, is it enough damage? Yeah, so gold tower, it is a play that you can make. On your list of DPS choices, this is one of them. And, I mean, I don't want to say it's the greatest option, but it's pretty cool if you have capped gold and you're like, huh, what's my plan to win this one? I've got a suggestion for you. So, when do I need to play this? When is it gonna not one-shot enemies? Because you can keep an eye on the gold tracker, right? Look at how fast we're burning through gold. I'm not too worried about it, right? Because it's still gonna it's not gonna one-shot, it's gonna 2 or 3 shot this guy. Yeah. But we got the delivery set to go. Missile, I'm not gonna mess with this. I'm just gonna watch the gold towers rip. And this is a run that was otherwise maybe not gonna be scary, but it was gonna be a little questionable on the DPS front, unless I saw an overseer. Did I see an overseer? Yeah, we saw an overseer. So there was no question. But this is another choice if you have all the money in the world and you need an answer. Which we did. We could also drop... Oh shit. Hang on a minute. Huh. Too bad I don't have any free population. We could throw the run with Noble again. That would be fun. Right? Because not necessarily, although, okay, so here's what you could do with Noble, right? You have, because I also responded to Noble plus Delivery maybe being good, and I went, no, I don't think it's that good, because you would only really get like 1 or 2 good ones out of it. However, in the situation where you have capped gold and a capped Delivery ready to go, you can just play 2 Nobles out with maxed health. Yeah. So actually Delivery plus Noble is pretty cool if you get Noble at like later than Delivery, which you should theoretically. So if you're wondering about Noble and you want to make Noble good, there's your choice. Get Delivery, cap your gold a second time with with Delivery you can essentially have 200,000 gold. With multiple deliveries you could have multiple hundreds of thousands of gold, right? You could theoretically have like 400,000 or 500,000 gold if you get enough deliveries. Get ourselves another capped out delivery. Gold tower plan though is pretty cool, I like it. You don't get a ton of you get 100 shots out of it basically, right? Not counting the money that you make back, but it's not like I'm making 1,500 gold very quickly on these runs. It's just, you know, cap the delivery. Actually, what I want to do here is I want to actually count how many deliveries it takes. How many times do I have to discard delivery for it to be capped? So this is 0. This is 1. With an upgraded delivery, you're at 70. 2, you're at 105. Or 123. Oh, because it's 75%. Not bad. 3, you're at 216. 4, you're at 378. 5, you are at 662. So 5 discards in the card is like starting to be pretty high value. At 5 discards with an upgraded one. This is feeling a little loud now when 15 laborers are hitting. 6, you're at 2,000. So at 6 discards and you're making enough gold to survive a few waves. 7, you're at 3,500. 8, you're at 6,200. You're like pretty close to being enough money to win the run. 9, you have enough money to win the run. 10,000 gold is enough money to win most runs, I would say. Depending on what you're doing, right? If you're doing many X cards, then maybe not. This is 10, right? 19,035. 11, you're at 33,000. 12, you're at 58,000. 13, you're at cap gold. So 13 discards. Oh, it's the owl. Oh shit. I thought for a minute. Thankfully, also, holy shit, that thing killed 38 units in one combo attack. My god, the owl is terrifying. I thought for a second that it was just gonna combo attack my golden tower and kill me, which would have been hilarious. But yeah, so delivery, after a little further testing, you discard delivery, upgraded delivery, I think it was 13 times to cap your gold, which when you put it like that, that's not a lot of times. That's like, what, 3 waves if you're drawing it every time? Delivery's pretty cool. Golden Tower's pretty fun. All in all, I'm happy with that run. It was fun, despite the boring standard start, but what can you do? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.